Hi guys! Happy Saturday and welcome to the finale of our Phoenix Femmes Live Series, Beyond Decluttering and Organizing, Creating Harmony in Your Home. I am glad you guys are here. Wait, did I just say Friday or Happy Saturday? Anyway, Happy Saturday. Okay, so this is the last time for this week for now that I will be live and I will be announcing all my activities later on for my business Clean Genius. So for those who do not know me yet, I'm Ali Canita. I'm the founder of Clean Genius. It's a home management company. I am also the alignment consultant. It's a professional organizer and I was certified by the National Association of Productivity and Organizing Professionals in the States. So I believe that everything in our lives has meaning, even the clutter in our homes. So as an alignment consultant, I guide you through connecting the dots, aligning what's inside to the outside. So I guess you guys are already excited for this afternoon's topic, which is creating good energy in your workspace at home. A lot of us have been working at home for the past six months or so. So I'm sure that this session will be very valuable to you because we will be sharing some tips on how you can spruce up or energize your workspace. I hope this afternoon is another breather for you, just like the past nights that we have been on live. So, but before I introduce our guest, I would like to announce our raffle mechanics. So, all you need to do is just comment or like or just share our page. I think I'm streaming both in Clean Genius and also in my personal profile. So what you will be winning for today is, of course, it's still the same thing. It's the reusable mesh bag. Wait, I want to do this again. So this is what you can use this when you go to the grocery, so you don't have to use plastics. Okay. I'm really excited for today because our guest for later in a bit I will introduce to you. She's my coach. I met her last year, and since then a lot of developments have happened in my life. So I'm really honored to have her with me in this session. Her name is Martine de Luna. Most of you may also know her as a transformational coach. She is an intuitive coach and a creative consultant to high achieving women leaders, founders, and CEOs. Her specialty is in helping women synergize their feminine power with alignment and strategy, and in holding mastermind programs, group coaching, and high level one on one consulting. She is a natural beautifier and fixer upper. So, without further ado, I would like to stream in Martine. Hi, Mart.
Yay! Hi, Ali. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, I'm really happy that
Yeah,
you're here for
me
the
too.
finale of the live series. So,
I
yeah.
love it. I've been loving the series. Yay.
Okay, thanks. So, could you tell us something about yourself?
Okay, well, yeah, so as Ali mentioned, I'm her coach, I'm her personal coach,
Mhm.
and also I'm a creative consultant. So we work together in that capacity, and I do that with a lot of other women. So I've been a creative consultant since 2012. Ever since I started coaching, at back then it was bloggers. So mga lifestyle bloggers, mommy bloggers, these were my clients because I was a blogger back then. I was a lifestyle blogger. That's how I got started online. And I fell in love with coaching when I myself got my first coach back in 2013. So I've always been interested in how can I become a coach, right? And it was actually um, a little bit of a low point in my, no, not a little bit, a lot. Medyo madami siya. It was when I gave birth to my second baby that I really knew that I needed more than just the kind of coaching that I was getting from my business coach. I really needed someone to guide me as I decided to change my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So from just working with a strategy coach and a business coach, I started to work with coaches that were really more um, rounded in the way that they could hold the space for me. That's a term we use in coaching.
Mhm.
So I started to also realize that a lot of my own clients could benefit from me also being a coach. So not just as a consultant, as a coach, but as a coach. And so I studied transformational coaching, and I still work with the coach who certified me, Jenny Fenig. She has a coaching school. She's based in the US. And then I've been doing that type of coach consulting hybrid ever since. So it fires me up. I was saying to my mastermind that I can't believe I get to do this like every day, like help women to step into their power, and at the same time, make it into something that they love, a passion project, or as I like to say, a purpose project that they do with passion. Just like
Mhm.
what Ali's doing
Yes.
with Genius and being an alignment consultant, which I love. I love the term. Like, I love that she is that and she's owning it.
Yeah. Yes. And we worked on that together, as in like
Yeah, we
everything
worked
is
on
just
that.
coming to us when we do our one-on-ones, and it's really
Yeah.
really powerful, and I cannot even look back, as in wala lang. I'm really, really super grateful because I couldn't even imagine myself going on live, like, every day for like
Right?
the
Diba?
past 5 days. And now I'm here.
Yeah, total
Yeah.
visibility.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, true. So, before we start, I'll just say hi to those who are watching us.
Yeah.
Wait, can I see ba?
I
Okay, I
think
just checked the comments because I couldn't see myself. Oh, Jenny is here. Jenny, hi Jenny.
hi.
My
Hi.
sister, she's watching. Heidi, Ate Heidi, she's watching from the hospital because my dad is in the hospital right now.
Oh,
So prayers
sending
for him,
prayers to
please.
your dad. Yeah.
And then Lime is also
Hi,
here.
Lime. Hi.
Hi, amazing coaches, Ali and Martin. Wow,
Yay.
thank
Thank
you,
you,
Lime.
Lime. Lime's in Bacolod.
Um, wow.
Yeah, she
And then,
is.
yes, Jenny, this is pineapple.
Ang
I
cute.
think a lot of you guys have
I
noticed
want
my
one.
shirt.
I want the shirt.
Yeah,
Gusto ko siya.
I love it.
I love
Um,
it.
it's ano, diba? So much fun to wear it.
So much fun,
Yay!
yeah.
Ma'am Grace, she's from Heart Center. She's also watching us tonight.
Yay! Hello, Miss
Hi.
Grace. Thank you.
And then Pets. Hi,
Hi,
hey, Ali.
Pam.
Oh, a lot of
Hello.
people are watching us today.
Yahoo! Yay!
And Erica.
Hi,
Hi,
Erica.
she guested on my second day, I think.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
other day.
And yeah, she won. She won the raffle, I think, on the first day. So you
Yay!
guys, I just would like to remind you that you just keep on commenting. So the more comments, the more chances of winning my enchanting reusable mesh bag.
Yes. So
Okay.
good.
So
So good.
so now can you kasi 'di ba before you were also into creating nice spaces. Like I'm sure whenever we have our one-on-ones, place or background is really really nice, like it sparks joy, and it also sparks who you are,
Yeah.
like it really reflects who you are. So
Yeah.
so for those who are working at home and would like to need a little perking up here and there, especially in their workplace, what do you think they can do, like a practical tip?
Okay. So first of all, I want to make a disclaimer that I am not in my workspace right now. So you might be thinking, asan yung maganda niyang background? I'm not at home. I am at my in-laws and I'm in the guest room that they never use. Okay. So disclaimer, it's not me.
Yeah. So the picture in the announcement, that's her usual place.
That's my usual page. So if you go to like my Instagram, nandun siya. So you can just go to my Instagram, and my home is what I usually feature there because Instagram is my playground. That's what I call it. So you can also see my home and how I decorate and how I design things there. But going back to what Ali said, Um, I've been working at home for 10 years, right? 10 years. So you can imagine that in 10 years, I've learned a thing or two about how to stay sane sa bahay, right? Okay.
Yes.
Prangkahan lang, hindi siya madali, lalo na when you're just adjusting. So for all of you who had to go home and work from home because of this lockdown, I feels ya. I feel it.
Yeah.
Feeling,
Diba?
I tumagos, 'di ba? I feel it because it's not easy. And 10 years ago, when I decided kasi to come home because my son wouldn't take the expressed milk
Mm-hmm.
that I would leave at home. And at the time, I was a teacher. And so to make me nervous, I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this. I want to breastfeed him like until he's 2. So I have to figure this out. So I landed upon a freelance job and I had to make like a space at home where I could do it. So I did it from my dining room table at first. And then when we moved from our first home into our second home where my son learned how to walk, that was a bigger space. It was like a 3 bedroom. And that's when I started to really decorate my workspace. And my philosophy has always been however I want to wake up in the morning is how I want my space to be, like all day long. And that's something that I have taken
Oh.
with me this last decade. So we've moved homes twice since we got married. So right now, the home that we live in is our permanent home. And it's really, I really take however my intention was 10 years ago, it's still the same. Like when I wake up, I want to feel like I'm free and open and light. So
Mm-hmm.
that's
That's the power of setting intentions, no?
our intention. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah. So parang like like for us here, we're also like staying in a 3-bedroom condo and the space, it's not really big. But
Yeah.
then if you just know how you want to feel or what you want to experience,
Yeah.
then it's easier for you to make the changes in your home. So like
Mm-hmm.
me, when I open the door after like when I go out of the bedroom, I see a painting. That
Mm.
painting reminds me of change. And then I put under the painting another picture of the world. So parang every time like
Mm.
it
Change
makes me
the
giddy
world.
like change the world. So parang you
Yeah.
can you can set your own intentions in the spaces that you want talaga. And
True.
especially those who are homeschooling and at the same time also working at home.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even homeschooling yet, but the how do you juggle everything? Like do you have tips for
Mm.
them?
Yeah, so well, my first tip would be, like lalo na we're in the so-called hindi na nga siya new normal eh, it's like normal na eh, 'di ba? Um is to really make peace with the situation first. So like with me 10 years ago, it was okay, so I do want to do this. I do want to be a work at home mom and be hands-on with him. And so I also decided that for me to be happy as that person, deciding to come home and work from home, my home has to be the space for me. It has to be the space for me. So this is a phrase that I use a lot in my coaching,
Mm-hmm.
right? Is whatever you have to work with, it can be the space for that intention. So you want to feel free, you want to feel open, you want to feel light,
Mm-hmm.
then no matter how small your space is, if you begin with the intention, then it can be whatever you make for it to be. So a lot of people they think that it has to be bigger to be better. No.
Yeah.
It has to have meaning to be better. That's it. That's why you
Yeah.
have these small houses, diba? These compact houses are so tiny. But then, wow, ang galing. The use of space,
Mm-mm.
it still feels light, it still feels open. Everything is thought out of. That's what what we would really like to bring into our spaces, especially during this time where we've been locked away at home and so it's so close to one another, like literally
Mm-hmm.
close in with one another. the first question that I would really offer to those that have become instant homemakers all of a sudden and instant homeschoolers is that be the space for it. It's here. So to stop telling ourselves, I wish things would go back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
Because we
Yeah.
don't, we say that, oh, and then people get, they get really, really down because of that. And I can
Mm-hmm.
understand. When this first happened, that first week, I was an emotional wreck. Like in March, um, to know that everything would be closed down and I wouldn't be able to. I usually like to meet my clients outside. Like if Ali and I were actually doing this like in the normal normal,
Yeah.
we would be meeting in a coffee shop in BGC or something like that.
Mm-mm.
Not happening, right? So the first thing that I had to do that week was just say, first of all, take a deep breath. So when you guys do that, you remind yourself that you're here
Mm-hmm.
and then offer it up to the universe. Basically, say, okay, this is here and I'm okay with it. Even if your body doesn't believe it yet, the more you set that intention na I'm okay, this is normal now, then you can start working on the outside. Because you can't fix, no amount of fixing and decluttering and organizing will help if that doesn't change first. So be the space
Yes.
for the homeschooling, even if you don't know what to do. Be the space for the homemaking, even if you don't know how you're going to do it. Be the space for the new normal, even if you don't know what tomorrow is going to be like. Because all we really are is this moment. Yeah.
And that's really powerful.
Yeah.
Grabe. And it's
Yeah.
actually what you said about coming from within and then taking it outside.
Mm.
That's really where we are coming from, especially with what I
Totoo.
do as an alignment consultant. But it's really true. Like whatever gold trimmings you have,
Mm.
if it's not coming from within you, it's not really going to make you happy. So
Yeah.
it
It
really just has to start from within. And
has
then
to.
some people, they just parang maybe they forgot who they are. So
Yeah.
it really needs
Mm.
some more thinking. Perhaps
True.
that's when self care comes in.
Mm.
Taking time to yourself and just breathing and galing. Thanks,
True.
Mars. Because a lot of
Yeah.
people might need to be hearing it like right now. For those who are watching,
Oh,
hashtag
yeah.
relate and
Hashtag
comment.
relate. Hashtag I know how you feel. Diba?
Yeah.
We
So
know
that's
how each
really
other feel.
yes. Yun. Kasi like for me naman kasi I was still working I was still in corporate. So what I
Mm.
wanted in our space was for my husband to have a space on his own to work. Kasi
Okay.
'di ba we're living in a small space. So when you're creating what you want, parang it's easier to do it na talaga. So
Mm.
yun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So
True. That's true.
wait lang. Before we proceed to the next tip, again, reminder, comment, comment,
Yay!
comment. So I will ship out on Monday.
I have those bags. I actually have not from Clean Genius, but exact yung ganito. They're so nice,
Yeah,
diba?
'di
And then
ba?
saks talagang dinemonstrate, no,
Yes.
gaganunin mo. And then you put your whatever beans and mongo and whatever dyan. Yan.
True. My father-in-law, he uses it for his garlic daw.
Yeah, fruits, garlic, veggies so they don't get crushed in the plastic, diba?
Mm-mm.
Yan.
Yeah.
Exciting.
So, what else can you share with us, Marts?
Okay. So the other thing that I wanted to kind of like demystify was this whole idea that you have to have like design knowledge, right? Wala akong design knowledge at all. I get that question a lot. Hey, so do you design the space? Do you do interior design? I said, no, not really. But I like to know what fills me up. I like to know what inspires me and motivates me. And so that's the second tip I'd offer to everybody. Parang, since we're home, and since we can become the space for the new normal, right? Like I said, then we also can embrace the fact na, okay, even if I am home and this is what we have to work with, I can still bring in that intention and materialize it. So this goes back to how you're going to appoint your space. So the difference
Mhm.
between design and appoint is appoint means that there's an intention for everything. Like you don't just buy these things on Instagram. A lot I've been seeing a lot of things like these pots and these
Yes.
vases, and nothing against them, but do you really need it because it's pretty, or is there an intention for it? Like, where are you going to use that thing, right? Because we can
Mhm.
get all of the pretty things, but if it doesn't have an appointed space, just like if something happens to you and there's no appointed time for it, unexpected events, it's gonna rattle you, diba? So when you consider fixing up your home while you're here, first set the intention. Okay, what's the feeling? Start with the feeling. Me, the feeling is always freedom, lightness, and openness. And so that's why I always like to say, here, I'm gonna share my space with you. Okay? So I always like to use my body as a guide. So if my body feels like, oh, yung parang I want to wake up feeling like I'm refreshed every day, then that is how I'm gonna plan all the rooms in the house. The living room, the dining room. Well, it's like a living dining situation.
Yeah.
It's the same
Ayan,
room.
here,
Right?
there.
So if that is like my intention, then it's not about buying, more cushions or more whatever. It's really about using what you have and being familiar with the feeling first. Okay? Because if those
Yes.
things are just cluttering, they're also not gonna feel like you're supporting them, like plants. You know,
Mhm. Yeah.
plants. A lot of people buy plants and then they buy the fiddle, fig, whatever, which I bought also. Disclaimer, right? But then it has to stay outside. It has to stay outside, right? So, grabe, when I first bought that, I'm like, oh, sayang, yung parang mahal-mahal niya, tapos ilalabas ko lang siya sa balcony. But then I
True.
realized, diba, why was I getting it in the first place? Was it to just,
Mhm.
be trendy and I put my picture on Instagram and, oh, you have one of those plants and it's in a minimalist vase. Minsan ganun tayo, right? Right?
Yeah.
You
Yes.
just want to have it because it's pretty, because you saw it on someone's feed, right?
Mhm.
So this is why I also advise people, sometimes you get off the social media so that you're not influenced by anything and you're not pressured,
Mhm.
right? And everything comes purely from your feeling, from the feeling that you want to create, right?
Yeah, that's
So, yun.
true.
Mm-mm.
And parang when first before you buy anything, um, you parang kasi ako as a person who always wants to plan, parang plan
Mm,
it out first. Like so,
plan
I,
it.
I think I met a lot of people who bought like containers for
Yeah.
their next decluttering and organizing session. But then they ended up not being able to use the containers they bought because number one, it couldn't fit. Number two, the things that they
Oh,
want to put couldn't fit there. Number
yeah.
three, it doesn't fit. Ito yung pinakamasama, it doesn't fit the vibe I want. So why did you
Okay.
buy it in the first
So why
place?
did
So
you buy it?
parang,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a, don't buy first. Parang use
Mm-mm.
whatever you have at home.
Yeah.
And then that's the time that you buy when you feel that you really need it. And that
Yeah.
it will really make sense for you to buy.
Exactly. That's why you have to connect the dots with everything. Why am I
Mm-mm.
buying this? Am I buying it because it looks good? Because it's yung parang a certain brand? Because I saw it on Instagram, those trolleys that everybody's buying.
Mm-mm.
Diba? Everybody's
But
buying those trolleys, and then when they get it, ano lalagay ko dito?
yeah, di ba?
Diba? Parang
Tapos
hashtag cute pero wala namang paglalagyan. Diba?
true. And the worst of it all, ay kasi it's on sale. I mean,
Yes.
grabe,
Oo.
ako before, oh my gosh, it's on sale. Kaya ang dami kong damit kasi sale, mga ganyan.
Mm,
So,
mm, mm.
yeah,
We
yun.
have
Like,
everything we need. We have everything that we need. And then when we can confirm that what we have isn't taking us to that level of our intention, like for me, okay, I think we need better curtains, not the heavy ones because they're not letting
Mm-hmm.
a lot of light in and it makes the room feel small. But if we
Yeah.
get these lighter ones and then we put the heavier ones inside the bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
repurpose ulit, diba? Then
Yes.
I'll feel at peace buying these white ones, even if they're like, 6,000 pesos, for the set. Something like that. Because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people, they'll buy it because cheap siya, and then they'll put it in their
Yeah.
home. Okay, sayang mura to eh. Diba? So
Yeah.
me, I wasn't afraid to splurge on the translucent drapes in the living room that I just showed you because I knew that they would be worth the value. They would be
Mm-hmm.
part of the freedom and lightness and openness that I've been creating. And whatever replaced them, which was the curtains that were there when we moved into the house, those I could either give them away or repurpose them. So it's really
Mm-hmm.
important to have that alignment, no? Have
Yes.
that alignment so you don't have buyer's remorse.
Totoo. And the worst of it all is like, parang sunk cost fallacy na parang nandito na ako
Yeah.
eh. Tapos
Oo.
pipilitin mo, but it doesn't
Pipilitin
it
mo.
doesn't work and then you end up feeling bad. That's the
Yeah.
worst you can do to yourself, to feel
Yeah.
bad.
When you pay for something,
'Di
it
ba?
should always feel like
Yeah.
it's flowing out of
So
you.
parang ang daming naka-relate dun,
Of course. Oo. You know why? Kasi maraming nagbabuy, impulse buy ngayon in lockdown. That's why it's such an important
Mm.
parang thing to tackle so that we're always intentional with our purchasing, with our, being mindful about our homes, and we're not just bringing another energy that's really not ours. I
Yeah.
always say this, parang you can't energize with borrowed energy. So even if
Like,
it's cheap and even if it looks good on the Instagram feed, pagdating naman sa bahay mo, anong gagawin mo sa kanya if it just goes in the cabinet, di ba?
true. The worst, yung parang it's not serving its purpose. Yun
Yeah.
talaga. Yeah. So before we proceed, I'll just say, let's say hi to those who are watching and those who
Yeah.
commented. So there are a lot of people who, hashtag relate na relate. Si Jenny. Mabel says, so guilty with just buying pretty
Buying pretty
stuff.
stuff.
And
I used to be that way. I used to buy washi tapes for no reason. Tapos
not even
nakapack
for,
lang
is
sila
it
sa
like
desk.
for journaling or what?
Yeah, but then I'll feel bad using them kasi ginamit ko. Alam mo yung empty washi, yung Japanese na mahal.
Yeah.
I'd buy it and then I'd stack it up. I'll collect it. Tapos, but eventually I used them. When I started to Marie Kondo and get into all those things, I started to use them na. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yung parang China.
Yeah, the
Or yung
China.
mga yung pots that are my mom, parang yung mom ko, grabe. Meron naka-display sa kitchen. Ayaw niyang
Okay.
gamitin yun. Kasi galing pa kay lola or ganyan. So
Yeah,
parang,
I don't
sayang.
get that. My mom taught me not to do that. My mom taught me na parang everything has to be used because if not, it's just taking up space. Diba? Of
Yes.
course, we have like the dishes that we use on Christmas and New Year, yung mga
Mm-hmm.
noritake, diba? Mga ganon.
Mm-mm.
But pretty things have to be used or else they'll be like, alam mo yung mga sapatos natin ngayon, because we're not going
Oh,
out, nabubulok-bulok sila.
yes.
Yeah,
Yun
oh
yung
my God.
painful, yung parang makita mong may chip na. Tapos parang,
Yeah.
this is my
Oh,
favorite.
that's nilalabas.
Chip.
It's
Ayun.
the same for everything, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I'll just announce our
Yes.
giveaway, the mesh bag. So this one naman, I'm sure you can use it when you buy your stuff from the
Mm,
grocery. Yeah, so yun. And
yeah.
it's some because my brand kasi also believes that when we nurture ourselves, we nurture our home and we nurture the world. So this is
Yeah.
part of nurturing the world.
Yeah.
Na stop using plastic waste, ay parang having plastic
Mm.
waste. So yun. So what else, Marts? I'm eager to
Hmm.
learn your last tip.
So my last tip would be always, always guard your consumption. Okay. consumption, because like we're in the age of Pinterest and Instagram, and like, oh my god, parang there's just so much to distract us, right? So much to distract us. And create more than you consume. That's what I would offer. Parang create means like, instead of maybe scrolling through your Instagram, looking at the next, ano kayang peg ko ngayon, di ba? Eh di gawin mo, di ba? Parang stop scrolling and start decluttering,
Yeah.
aligning, fixing,
Mm-mm.
and creating the
Yeah.
space, di ba? Creating the
Mm-mm.
space doesn't just mean accepting it in your body. That doesn't mean like, okay, new normal. It means like adjusting to it as well on the outside, because you live in your physical space, right? So
Yeah.
stop scrolling, stop consuming, right? Look at what you have. I used to say, make it blissful. My old blog, it used to mean just be in the present and make that beautiful. Diba? Make it blissful. So I would say the same thing. It was like, okay, so let me stop being jealous of this person's space and adding this to my Pinterest of 1,000 pictures of the living room, right? And actually do something, diba? Actually
Yes.
do something today.
Mm-hmm.
So I recommend doing it 1% of the time better. Okay. So if you stop the consumption, you improve one area and let the feeling fill your body. So what I like to do is, when things get cluttery, and it's usually after a month, we kind of like review the toys and the stuff, the junk. When I feel like it's getting cluttery, my body feels it na eh. Parang, okay, body tells me na we have to declutter a little bit. So we go through the drawer that's near the door. You know what I mean, di ba? Yung nasa stock lahat, di
Yes.
ba?
Oo.
Throw the things away, throw away the receipts. And then let that feeling enter your body. Feel good. A lot of us, we just do things. But
Mm-hmm.
when you anchor it in your body, right? That's when you start to connect with your space, and it doesn't just become a box that you live in. It really
Mm-hmm.
becomes the space for you to live and thrive. So, yan, parang stop consuming and work on one area. And 1% can mean that one drawer. It can
Mm-hmm.
mean your tokador, nakadami-dami ng makeup na yung iba, hindi na binalakan yung expiry date, right? Right? It can be your collection of earrings that are, like taking up space, and some of them are rusting na. It
Yeah.
can be the bodega that you never go into, that you buy things and just stick it in there, and then, ano ulit yung binili ko in 2019, di ba?
Kasi hindi
Start
nagamit.
with those small things, di ba?
Yeah. So like,
Kanina nga I bought a set of, I didn't buy it. Parang I won a set of training videos from a training that I did in a financial services thing in Singapore. And then after a year, I haven't used it. And like, who else could use these trainings, diba? Kasi naka-DVD, hello, no? So,
DVD?
it's like,
Wait, wala na
oh, may
kaming
naka-DVD. Oo, diba? So sabi ko, okay, so this morning, when I came across it, I tossed it. And I'm like, parang that feels good. Kasi sometimes you keep it kasi naka-plastic pa. Ay, sayang. I went to this conference, memories, ganyan. But if it's literally obsolete, edi tapon nyo na yan, di ba?
Yeah.
And
Sayang yung
that's why,
space.
yeah, because anything that you don't make space for is related to the abundance that you can experience. I really, really, truly believe that to the letter, to the point that I was working with a money coach before, and she said, don't keep your receipts anywhere near like your bag, your wallet. Keep them in a box in your attic if you have to store them. And I really
Mm-hmm.
did that, because sometimes those things like, receipts, yung parang things that remind you of stuff you have to pay, they can really lower your vibe. And
Yeah.
then you take that into your body the whole day, right? So
Yes.
always listen to your body. Use it as the compass to tell you, what do I need to align today? What do I
Mm-hmm.
need to look? What's in that drawer? Baka may inaamag na dyan, diba? Right? And do that. And then just do that. So stop the social media, get off, do something that anchors you to your body.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You can just do a little bit of decluttering, especially on your
A little
workspace.
bit.
Na you don't
Yeah.
need every single thing right there. Parang you
Oh
also have
no.
to observe what are the things that you frequently use. Those that you don't
Yeah.
frequently use must be stored somewhere else because
Yeah.
it really clutters the mind. It's kind of heavy, especially if it's
It's
really
true.
your
And this,
workspace.
guys,
But
since you're
mhm.
working from home, remember that at the end of the day, put everything away. Like, try not to leave your laptop on the counter because, and then the middle of the night, oh, parang I'll check that thing. Try to put it
Oo.
in a place that's out of sight, out of mind. So in our dining slash living room, yung cabinet ko sa likod is where we keep yung paper, craft materials. The top drawer is where I stick my laptop. And then it's just a buffet. It's just a normal buffet na lang. I don't have a desk
Mhm.
because my desk, I surrendered it to my children. Lumalaki na sila eh. So, sa kanila na lang
Yeah.
yung desk ko. But so I had to make way. So I really just need my laptop to do my coaching. And so I
Mhm.
decorate na lang that 1% of my home that's mine, 'di ba? And then I make sure that it supports how everything else is going to feel like for the rest of the day. So put your laptop away, put your chargers and cables away at the end of the day so that it signals your body, okay, tama na, it's time to for family, time for food, time
Yes.
to yeah, shut down, things. Yan. Parang ang dami ko na na-share.
Mm. Thanks, Mart. Ang daming, I think you guys have picked up a lot from today's live. Ang dami. I can ang dami talaga. So I think I have to go back and then list down. But it's really
Yeah.
more of coming from intention.
Mm,
Um, and basically it's all about intention talaga on
true.
how you consume, how you want to design your space, how you want to live your life every single day in your home.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So Marts, before we end, I'd like you to if you have something to share with us, especially
Yeah.
kasi like I have also invited some of my friends to join your group. So some
Okay.
of the viewers might, want to
Okay.
know more about your group.
Sure. So I have a free Facebook group. It's a community that I keep. It's called the Worthy and Wealthy Women Empowerment Collective. So the topics there are about having personal confidence, being creative in your life, and also cash flow, so money mindset. So you're invited to join that. I have over 40, probably even more now because I keep doing more of them, free workshops inside my Facebook group. Yeah, there are some men in there. So if you want to bring your husbands there, okay lang, as long as they're fine with a lot of feminine stuff. So you can go inside my Facebook group and experience over 40 hours of free mindset workshops on
Love.
worthiness, wealth, mindset, money, so many other things.
Yes. And the vibe there is really good. Like a
Yeah.
really helpful place. Yeah. Okay. And you also have a
Oh yeah.
membership running next year.
Oh, yes. So I want to take this opportunity to
Yeah.
announce, and
Mm-hmm.
not a lot of people know this yet. Okay, but can I share the screen? Okay,
Yes, yes,
so
yes.
I am in the early bird opening up my new membership program. So I always run like a year long coaching program. And next year it's called the Radiant Impactpreneur. Yan.
Yeah,
So
love
this is
it.
12 months. You're with me as your coach. You'll be in a group, and basically it's a different kind of group coaching program because it's helping you to unite your worthy feminine side with your strategic and masculine side. So ladies,
Mm.
we all have a masculine side, pero sometimes nananalo si masculine and nababurn out tayo. Okay? So Radiant Impactpreneur is for women who are running businesses or desiring to create businesses for the greater impact of humanity. It's going to
Love.
be yeah. So we explore two things: feminine embodiment. So that's the internal part of you, the pleasurable part of you, the part of you that is creative and play, And then also the masculine, which most programs, they just focus on the masculine, time management and business, la la la, which we all
Productivity.
know. Yeah, which we all know. But ito ang kulang. So this is what makes this coaching tribe so different. Okay, so different. So we're currently on early bird pricing. So you can get started today. And my team computed it. It's like $1.50 a day lang if you join at the early bird price. So that's like 2.5 a month. Like, so you're
Nice.
gonna get, in each month you're gonna get me as your coach, and I'm always gonna have another coach with me. So there'll be two coaches each month, and each of them has a different superpower as a coach, right? We're also gonna have fun things, like what I call fun sheets. So this isn't like my usual courses, the ones that are really heavy, like I teach group coaching. Those are super meaty. These are gonna be fun, but at the same time life changing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then we have our mastermind pod. So this is what makes my coaching really fun, because I like to group people into smaller communities, and they get to grow with each other, such as the Phoenix
Phoenix.
Femmes.
Yes.
This is what I'm on inside my current group coaching program this 2019. Also,
Yeah.
you'll get a year-long access to my 10 signature programs that I've done throughout the year. So I have a lot of programs that I've created since 2012. You'll get access to that for an entire year, over $2,000 worth of that. So you can have the early bird pricing, which is available until November 30 lang. So yeah, so that's the Radiant Impactpreneur. Thank you.
Nice. I'm so excited for that, Marts. I'm so
Me
excited.
too.
No,
Me
because
too.
I think I joined last year. Or, well, we started this
We
year.
started this year,
So,
yeah.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
super, super nice. And it was meant to be. Meant to be because it was the
Yeah.
Resilience School. So,
Yes.
yun. Ang
Oh,
galing,
yeah.
ang galing.
So they get
Yeah.
they get all of that inside
Mm-hmm.
Impactpreneur. So
Yeah.
basically, you get all of the successful programs, mindset, personal branding, all of it inside that membership program for just 2.5 a month.
Nice,
Yay.
nice, nice.
Nice.
And
Nice.
here's Martine's website also. It's
Oh, yeah.
martinedeluna.com if you want to know more.
Yeah, so that's
Ayan.
everything na lang. All my coaching consulting options are there as well.
So thanks, Marts, for sharing your time with us
Woo!
today for my
I'm so
finale
happy.
of my
Yay,
live series.
congrats. It
Thank
was
you,
a
thank
great
you.
series.
Yeah, let's just check the comments. I think a lot of
Yeah.
people have commented.
Ooh.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Here. So this is what we're giving away. And my supportive husband is now going to draw the raffle.
Yahoo!
Tets Salvador Agustin won.
Yay!
Grace Kayanan, Ma'am Grace, you won.
Yay! Congrats!
And Kate Chua. Wow,
Yay!
Kate! Yay! So I will message you guys for your, address and stuff, and then I will send it on Monday. So again,
Yahoo!
thank you for those who watched since day one. I'm really, really happy, and I'm so wala. Parang this is like one of the highlights of my pandemic experience going on live.
Yes, going on live.
Grabe. Yeah. So thank you everyone. And I hope you got a lot of meaty tips from us. If you'd like to know more, you know how to catch us, to reach us. So there. Thanks, Marts, for your time. And yeah, have a great
Thanks,
Saturday.
Hallie.
Thanks. Have a great
Everybody.
Saturday, everyone. See ya again
Bye.
next time. Bye.